Hello there, friends. It's that time again. We're going to continue on our paint by numbers of this beautiful sunset with roses. Isn't that lovely? I got this from Temu. And last time we visited, we started with the sky, and we'll continue on. It looks like I might have to do another coat of number 11. It's a little light. I wasn't sure, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll get started, and then we'll move on to our next color. So let's open up number 11, and we'll grab our very fine brush. Do a little stir. There we go. All right, I'm gonna have to soften these bristles up a little bit, so I'll dip it in a little water. There we go. All right. So we'll get some color on here. And how are you today? As you can tell, I'm great. I can talk and everything. I tell you. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing wonderful because I get to spend some time with you all today. As a matter of fact, let me bring my clock over. I am filming this on a work day, so I really don't have, I have to try to keep it within a half an hour, friends. So let's go ahead and we'll get started. Just want to make sure that that number 11, wherever that is covered up. I really don't think I have to do anything else to any other part of number 11 area. Just making sure that that number 11 is covered up. There we go. There. Okay. Bring in just a little bit more. There you go. Okay, so we'll continue on. Like I say, just making sure that number 11 doesn't bleed through. There we go. I'm not the most steady hand. But you know what? I've been thinking about that. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you're the most steady hand. That makes it look more authentic. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'll let that dry, and then if we need, we'll go back over. But I think we're going to be okay. And we'll continue on. Let me just see. I'm going to pick this up. I need to look at it closely because I'm not sure. That's number 11. Okay, so we have some very tiny slivers right here that are in number 11 as well. And so we'll go ahead right here. Get some paint on the brush. Very tiny. Very, very tiny. The brush is just 3 hairs and some air away from the canvas. That's how little. There we go. Okay. There. Couple little spots right here. There. All right. So we'll turn it around. There we go. And we're going to work on this area right here, number 11. So I want to go ahead, grab some paint, and then start. Here we go. I may not talk very much, friends, because I really have got to concentrate on this smaller area. There's lots of curves, and so I want to try to get as close to the correct area as I can. There we go. Okay. I am not a fan of these brushes at all. I have a set that's very similar to this, and it's really honestly my least favorite brushes. But we are working with what we have. There we go. I don't know. There we go. I'll probably have to go over this again because the 11 will probably bleed through, but that's all right. We can do that. Okay. Not perfect, but perfect for me and my abilities. So we'll move on to the next, right here. Go ahead and wipe this off a little bit and then grab some paint. Okay. There we go. Okay. This gets very, very detailed. So, there we go. Okay. Sorry, friends. I know I'm not speaking much, but you know, sometimes when you concentrate, you just get into that zone. All right, so that's as good as it's going to get on this area right here. I don't want to. Sometimes you can be your worst enemy, and you fluff around with it too much, and that's when you start overdoing it. So we're just going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to go back and get a little bit more paint because we have a little tiny spot here that needs paint. I guess that's like a seagull or something. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. it is what it is. There we go. I'll probably have to go back over it. Yeah, I am not digging these little seagull-y type. Ugh. This brush really stinks. There we go. Oh, friends, that's as good as it's going to get. That is as good as it will get. Don't get discouraged, though. Honestly, if you're painting a paint by numbers and you get really, really tiny, fine, detailed spots and it feels like it's messing up on you. I feel like it's messing up on me right now, but you know what? I am going to plug through. I am just going to plug through, do the very best that I can with the skills that I have. I am not the most steady hand. These brushes are not the most quality. But I'm not going to blame the brushes. I blame my unsteady hand and my lack of coordination. All right, so before I start really going in on that, I'm going to go ahead and start with the number 4. I am going to use this bigger brush, though. I think we can make that work. Let's see here. Close up number 11. Make sure that's good and tight. Number 4. Number 4 is a pretty peachy color. So I'm just going to go in here with a little tiny bit. Turn. And let's see what kind of trouble we can get into here. That's actually much better. Okay. Much better working with this larger brush. Not perfect, but better. Let's see here. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky. So, getting that rounded corner. Just dipped that brush in a little too aggressive, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and work with it. There we go. Remember, we got to make our noises. Ah, that's good. There. There. Okay. Back to the big brush, because we have quite a large area to cover. Let's see how we want to do this. Alright, we're just going to go for it. Just start. Just doing a little bit of the outline. If if you think I'm quiet now, wait until we get down here to this little, really tiny little areas. Oh my gosh. It's practically going to be an ASMR. No talking, just the sound of the bristles of the brush moving across the canvas, which actually might not be a bad idea. There we go. Okay, now gonna continue onward, grab a little paint from here. Now, let's see here. Okay. There we go. There. Very good. Okay. All right, so we're getting into some more detailed, delicate areas. So we're gonna have to go back to this brush. There we go. Okay. All right. So let us see. Let us see. Try this way. There we go. All right, that'll work. Got a little debris here. There we go. All right, that'll work. There. Okay. There we go. That'll work. Now, I have to try to tackle that sun or moon or whatever you want to call it. So let me try to outline that first. Okay, that seems to be working okay. There we go. There we go. We're making it work. There we go. All right, now let's see if we can't make this little edge here work. Perfect. I know this picture is taking more turns than... There we go. Come on. Gotta make a little bit of a curve here. Nope, not doing it that way. Well, if it doesn't end up to be a curve, then it doesn't end up to be a curve. I can't help that. It's going to be what it is going to be. There we go. There we are. Okay. There. Okay. Sorry if you hear Spoto in the background. He's in his daycare. Okay, need to go in a little bit more to make that a little more round. Then again, I might just leave it like that. Okay. We have some thick areas here with the paint, so I want to try to spread that out a little bit. Okay. Let me go ahead and get my larger brush. And dry that off a little bit. Just got some paint on my hand, but that's okay. That's the sign of a true artist. I think. I don't know. There we go. Let's see here. Fill in this area right here. Okay. Grab some of that paint because I don't want all that paint there. There we go. Alrighty, and let me just check my phone. I got a message. I don't know if it's okay. It's from my twin sister Judy from All Fired Up Crafting Lounge, and I will answer her when we're done. Got about 10 more minutes to go for this session. There we go. But I think we got a good handle on this. You know, this is something that you can't just whiz through. Friends, you really have got to take your time. You know, some of these smaller sections, some of these really tiny, fine areas need to be addressed carefully. They're not going to be, it's not going to be exactly like the picture because, listen, we're human. Our hands shake. But that's going to be part of what makes this unique. This picture is going to be unique to my style of painting it. And I think that's coming along really nicely. So we're going to finish up with this little tiny spot here with the 4 and grab my little fine brush so I can outline it. Now that it's coming together, it really does look nice. It looks a lot better than I expected when I first started today. There were times where it got a little scary. But somehow, we managed. Here we go. Now, there we There's some people that can paint these things that make it look like a professional did it, with the brush strokes and everything. My husband is one of them. My husband can do an amazing job on a paint by number. I hope for the best and prepare for the worst when it comes to mine. But you know what? I'm getting pleasantly surprised. Like I said, we're all gonna, you know, if two people did the same painting, it would turn out two different ways because of each individual painting style. That's just the way it is. You know, some people's hands shake, some people's don't. Some people can get that lining, you know, the lining absolutely perfect. I cannot. So I just go in and do my best, but I try not to overdo it, because when you start overdoing it, that's when there we go. Just rounded that off a little bit more. I think that's looking really nice. Really nice. Wow, that part came out really nice. I'm really happy with that. Look at that, friends. And I love the brush strokes and the parts of the canvas that are coming through. I like that. I think that really gives it character. And then here, where the paint's a little thicker, it just gives it character. See, now I'm fluffing around with it when I shouldn't be. I should just step back and say, oh, good job, Deb. I am going to just smooth these couple of little spots out here. There we go. I don't want to do anything else around that moon, because that moon looks, or sun, whatever it is, looks just about as good as it's going to get. Wow, friends, that's coming out nice. Okay. All right. I got a little round circle here of the number 4. I might as well try to tackle that since I'm feeling all fresh and sassy. Yeah, I should have stopped when I was ahead. There we go. Well, that'll work. It looks good to me. All right. So friends, I think that's going to do it for us today. I don't want to really get too much more into it because we're just about at a half an hour. So I'll clean off my brushes and put those away for our next visit. Here we go. And give you one more glance here. We'll pull it back a little bit. There we go. One more glance of our picture of our progress. So I think it's coming along nicely. Might have to hit up the number 11 one more time in that area. That's okay. So until I see you again, my friends, please do all those YouTube-y things. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Watch out for one another, your friends, family, neighbors. Please be the voice for all those animals who don't have one. And we'll chat again and do a little more painting on our sunset and roses. Until I see you all again, God bless. Take care. Have a great day. Goodbye now.